Okay, this video focuses on your initial encoding of all articles, i.e. this document info tab here on the right. Now for every single article, whether or not it contains electroviolence or not, you will need to complete these questions before submitting. So, first of all, does the article refer to England and Wales events? So, as you can see, there are election riots in Halifax, so that would be true. Does the article refer to events which took place between 1832 and 1914? So, recent election for the borough of Halifax, we know that it was published in 1835, which means that it did indeed take place between 1832 and 1914. Does the article refer to violent events? Well, given our definition of electroviolence discussed in the other video, there has been damage and rioting, so that is true. Does the article refer to events which occurred during an election? Well, I think that's fair to say election riots suggest that that's true. Does the article contain information which may be of interest regarding the causes and consequences of electoral violence? Well, this is an entirely judgment call sort of question. It doesn't make any difference to us the way that you code this one way or another. So really what we want to know is your personal opinion about whether or not you think that this has information that may be of interest given the aims of our project as discussed in the first video. So I would say that this is a very short and rather dull article, so I would say false. Does the article contain information on one or more events of electoral violence, which is effectively just a combination of these two above, which you can also click true. We then have to ask, what type of article is this? Well, as you can see, it's not a report of a trial or court proceedings, it's not a report of parliamentary proceedings, it doesn't look like a letter to the editor, it doesn't come across as an editorial or opinion piece, and it's definitely not a printed statement by candidate or party. As such, other is what you would select. Now, it's fair to say that this will be quite a large proportion of the ones that you select for this question, other. Can you read or understand the article either by OCR or PDF? Now, you can say true for this one because that's easily by PDF, and not too bad by OCR, but you just need one of those to click true there. And if you were unsure about whether or not the article was relevant but giving it the benefit of the doubt, you can always type in the comment here. So, this is election violence. Now, of course, we are quite confident that this is election violence, but this is just an example of how you might do it. Now, if you have answered any of these questions false, with the exception of this one, then it means it's an irrelevant article, which means that you don't have to code it anymore. So if, for instance, this were false, you could then go straight to the difficulty ranking, say how hard it was to decide about these things, 3 or 10 or 9 or 8. Either then click Save and Preview, look at your very short summary there, and then submit. Now, as you can see, there's already an event here, which is why it wouldn't let you submit there. As you can see, those are both questions that you've not answered yet because there is an event created. So if we go back to events here and delete event 1 so that there are no events for irrelevant articles, you then click Save and Preview and it then allows you to submit. So in summary, these questions have to be completed for all articles whether or not they contain election violence. If any of these are false, with the exception of this one, then you can skip all of these, go to the difficulty, click Save and Preview, and then submit as an irrelevant article.